Welcome back to the Jess Address. I'm so pleased to have someone join me in the studio because it's been a little lonely without my sidekick Emma here. But Teresa, it's a fresh face. You've got loads to tell me, don't you? Because it's been a while.
Good morning, Jess and listeners. It has been a real long time, it seems. It's only a few months, but we have been busy. I've got lots of information on Bark Dog Rescue for you.
Well, we are talking four-legged friends, aren't we? And that they need our support at the moment. I couldn't, just in the break, you were telling me you're full.
Music.
That better?
That much better, thanks.
We're talking over the music. Rookie error. Let's try again, Teresa.
Okay.
Let's go.
Good morning, Jess, and good morning, listeners. My name's Teresa Wrong, and I'm from Bark Dog Rescue. And we have a group of ladies and a couple of gents in Peel. And so we're called Peel Barkers, but we're part of the Full Bark Dog Rescue.
And when you think about bark, you think about a loud noise, don't you, when dogs bark? And you're about to create some loud noise, aren't you, and tell us that we need to support bark, don't we?
We really do need to support Bark, and we are desperate for foster carers.
Yeah.
If anybody can open up their home, we've even got some people who do FIFO, who come home for a month at a time. They do 2 or 3 months away. They come home for a month at a time, and we're quite happy to put a dog into their home with them for a month. And often that is all the dog needs, and it will then go to a forever home.
Yeah.
But we're desperate for foster carers. We have a big, long wait list, as does every rescue.
Yeah.
And mostly they're bigger dogs. We can usually accommodate a small dog somewhere. All of us have got a bedroom or something we can pop a small dog in. But the big dogs, or big to medium to big, are the ones that cause the problems.
Okay, so how do we get in contact with you to support you?
You go to the website, the BARRC website, and on there I will tell you some of the things we've got going at the moment. There's about 16 puppies if anybody is looking for a puppy.
Now, I do check out your social media fairly regularly. Are these the white ones kind of with the spots all over them? Gosh, they're adorable. What kind of dogs are they?
They're Staffy Bull Terrier Cross, and that's the best we can estimate.
Yeah.
I went to Bunbury 2 weekends ago, and I had so many puppy cuddles.
Oh.
Now, Miss Piggy is the most beautiful little one. She's the runt of the litter, very small, absolutely adorable. We've got Olivia and Pepper, the 3 whiteys from the same litter. They're about 6 months old now, or coming up to 6 months. They've been living with a family. They've been living with 2 big dogs, and they are adorable.
So that means they're pretty well socialised from when they're puppies.
Yeah, they're well socialised. Now, we haven't tested them with small children or cats because there are no cats in that house. But I think with a slow introduction, most dogs will accommodate. And your children, you need to teach them to be dog savvy, not pull their ears or their tail.
Can you tell me a little bit about the services Bark provides actually to the dogs? Because when you hand over a dog to maybe it's forever home or foster, you just don't hand over the dog, do you? You hand them over a whole bit of information, but also a dog that you know is healthy. Is that correct?
That's correct. What we do, when they're brought into Bark, they're given a full vet examination. They then get desexed, microchipped, vaccinated, dewormed.
Yep.
Some of them need dental.
Expensive. Sometimes.
That's what we fundraise for. You see me at the markets.
That's how we know each other, don't we?
Through the markets. And then, look, a lot of them need dentals, not the puppies, but the older ones.
Yeah.
So they have all of their vet work done prior to handing over. Now, if you become a foster carer, you're given food, basket, leads, harnesses, everything the dog needs while it's in your foster care. You take it to the regular vet. We have our regular vets in all areas. So we have a vets up this end of town. We have vets south of Bunbury.
Well, I'd imagine they are networks that you would hold very, very valuable, is the
Very
local
valuable.
vets. Yep.
They look after us.
Yes.
But we do have a volume going through.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't cost you anything at all apart from love and time to be a foster carer.
Well, I think we've all got a little bit of that, don't we, to share? How many foster carers do you have at Bark currently?
It's about 19.
Okay.
In the
shout out
list.
to all of those foster carers that are doing their part, looking after dogs until they go to their forever homes. And it would be sometimes a tricky thing when you fall in love with another pet and then see it go to a happy place, I know, but still.
Well, over the years, and it's a long time, I've had about 70 fosters through my house.
70 fosters.
There's only 2 who have ever tugged at my heart other than the foster fails, which have stayed with me. I've never had a puppy.
Yeah.
Ever. I've had all old dogs. And now it's a real geriatric home. We really are. We're quite old. We've got 14 and a half, 13 and a half, and 10. And they've all come to me older.
Yeah.
So as one goes, we replace, and a foster happens to fail somewhere.
So 70. So you've fostered, 70 dogs. Do you remember 70 names?
No, but I tell you, I don't.
Give us some of the dog names.
Well, we've got Billy Joe, Zoe May, Silver Bell, Pixie Bell. We've got Jack, who's in Armadale. We've had Ruby, Tiny, Bella. We've had about 10 Bellas, I think. Bella's
a popular name, yeah.
We've had Poppy, Pepper, Jax. Jax was supposed to be a Chihuahua, but he came as a pair with a Chihuahua, and he was a mini horse. And I've never had a big dog, so I struggled, and I was very happy when they went as a pair to their forever home.
Yep.
Gosh, so many. George, in fact, there was one called Sheldon, and then 3 went out to Katanning. I fostered all 3, and this guy adopted all 3 eventually.
Oh, nice.
His was Bear, Charlie.
Oh, God.
Oh, gosh, I can't remember the other one. But
many.
Yeah.
And obviously varying breeds, or do you kind of see?
For me, I do mostly Chihuahuas or small dogs.
Yep.
I don't tend to do the big dogs. I've never had a big dog. I've had by mistake when they've come as a pair, and they can't separate them. But no, but in the foster program, there's lots of staffies, kelpies. In fact, we've just had a great big Doberman.
Okay.
I went and they brought it round to show me because they live fairly local to me, and they needed a new harness and blanket. And as you know, I've got stocks of things as the north of the Bunbury area, and this thing was huge, but it was absolutely adorable. Absolutely adorable. I
think we could find a dog that you wouldn't love, Teresa.
Probably wouldn't love, but I wouldn't keep.
Yeah.
Another one I want to tell you about is an absolutely beautiful chocolate pup. You could eat him. He's just the colour of chocolate.
Yeah. He's
again Staffy Bull Terrier cross, 6 months. His name is Aiden.
Aiden.
So we've got Miss Piggy, Olivia, and Pepper are the white and the spots.
Yes.
And you've got Aiden the chocolate, 6 months, similar breeds, and all on the website.
Okay, so they need to go to the Bark website, which is spelt a little differently, not the way you'd spell it usually. It's BARRC. So, and that's where you'll find not just those dogs, a whole heap of other dogs that are looking for a forever home. So go and check it out. Maybe, if you're heading towards the idea of being a little bit lonely, because what does a dog add to your life?
My life is chaos.
Yeah. And you wouldn't have it any other way.
My house is known as Camp Chaos from when I was fostering. Often we got multiples in, and they're only short term, 2-3 weeks. Our local vet is marvellous. They will de-sex, do the examinations fairly quickly, so we can move them on. My house has been known as Camp Chaos for years. I personally have 3 Chihuahuas and 1 Chihuahua cross. That's the 3rd one. So, yeah, it's busy. I pick up dogs that have been surrendered. I take them to Bunbury, or they go to their foster home locally.
We did briefly touch on the fact that we met during fundraising because you were a regular down at the Twilight Markets. You also come to the Perth Baby and Children's Market, where, can I say, you get a spot because you're a community organisation fundraising. The spot is there for you, isn't it?
Always there.
Yeah.
And Street Hustle are so supportive.
Aren't they?
Aren't they? One of my
are so amazing.
One of our major sponsors is Street Hustle.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be so much as money, but they give me the tables, the gazebos. They always find me a spot, even if it's only under a tree.
Yeah.
And they're always,
so that you can be present in some of these community events and spread the word about fostering, about forever homes for these pets that need homes. But also it gives you an opportunity to also fundraise, doesn't it?
We sell a lot.
There are fundraising events coming up, Bart?
There's two. We've got the Secret Harbour Community Fair, which is on, I'll have to check the date, September the 23rd. That's a big one for us.
Yeah.
We will have our...
That's a big one for the community. Yeah.
But we have snuffle mats, which are made by our barkers.
Yep.
We have snuffle barkers.
And you have snuffle balls?
We have snuffle octopups.
Snuffle octopups.
And they're a tennis ball with tentacles, which the dogs just love to pull and play. I had a friend's dog and a foster dog stay overnight at Christmas, and mine, and they all pulled on one octopup, and the bigger dog was dragging the others around and made the Christmas tree faint, and all sorts happened.
That sounds like viral videos on
funniest videos.
Isn't it? Funniest videos.
I'll just tell the story of the Christmas lights. I bought some Christmas lights for $2 when I was living in Northbridge, and that's a few years ago. One Christmas, and that was it. The lights didn't flash and the music didn't work, but they were so pretty, I put them on the tree every year. Last Christmas, when I had these dogs with this octopup, they knock the tree, they knock the lights. 2 a.m. in the morning, the music starts and the lights start flashing.
They'd never worked before.
No. The other big thing we have going is our high tea, the annual high tea.
That's, happens every year, doesn't it?
Yep. It started off as the Pixie Belle high tea, who was a foster dog of mine and a failed foster. Absolutely delightful dog. She passed away after the third high tea, which was her 20th birthday. Her next one would have been...
20 is a good wicket, isn't it?
Particularly she wasn't in good shape when she came in. Yep. So on her 21st birthday, I said, I'll still again have the high tea, funds to bark, but I would arrange it again. Well, she passed away that year, but the first half of the high tea was a bit of a wake, a bit of a memory. We talked about Pixie, but the second half became the annual bark high tea. And this year is the second bark annual high tea. Every year we'll have an annual high tea, October the 29th, at our major sponsor, Peel Manor House.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful place to be out there, isn't it?
It's gorgeous, and they're so good to us. They put on a magic day.
Now, it's a real high tea, as in if you like teacups and plates and fine sandwiches, this is the place to be, isn't it? Because the range of teacups that they have there is extraordinary and so beautiful. So beautiful.
Well, we have auctions.
Yes.
And if you're lucky, we had some lovely Spanish aprons one year. And Paul from Peel Manor.
What Spanish aprons?
They were from, I had a friend who had an apartment in Barcelona. So I went to Spain for a month. And I went down to Seville. Well, my Spanish was zero. And I wanted one of the Spanish aprons with all the frills and everything on. So what I thought I'd bought was one apron. I thought that's very expensive, but my Spanish was no good. So I went home with this packet, and when I got back to Perth, I had 10 aprons. I thought it's not so expensive after all. So we've been auctioning them off each year at the high tea or raffling them, and Paul models them from Peel Manor superbly.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. You can pick yourself up a Spanish apron.
We have absolutely fabulous auctions.
Yes.
All of the gifts are overseas. When I've travelled, I've always bought half a dozen.
Do you get anyone support you and give you things that you can auction off there? Yep.
And if people want to, they're quite welcome to donate.
Yes.
Contact me via the webpage. I will pick up, and you do get a blurb.
Where do people pick up their tickets?
Peel Manor.
Okay.
Phone Peel Manor, book your table. If you don't know anybody, ask to sit on Teresa's table. I have a big, long table, and people who don't know anybody are welcome, and we'll sit you with somebody and introduce you.
Yeah, and Teresa loves to have a chat, so you won't be short of conversation. Don't be afraid to go alone, because you will, if you love, putting time into animals and things like this could be your community.
It's beautiful. It's a great day. We have raffles. We have a sexy, saucy Pass the Parcel, which is donated from Perth. I never know what's in it, but a friend up in Perth, an older gentleman, always goes and arranges the saucy Pass the Parcel.
Feels like I've got Emma in here, doesn't it, Rob? Teresa, you're doing great things out in the community. We're always so pleased to have you in here. I can see the love that you share with these dogs. 70 fosters you've had. And the fact that you could rattle off all of those names was incredible. But you've obviously, get something back from.
Oh, yeah. It's over a long time. I've been with I've had 2 dog rescues, only because of moving places. And it's my life. My dogs are my life. My own dogs are my life. And like we go down, there's a house.
Your grandchildren are also your life.
My grandchildren,
yeah.
yes.
And one of them's doing particularly well with the AFLW.
Yes.
Yes.
She's just won the Peel District Fairest and Best in the year 9-10 again. She won it last year.
Congratulations. You must love watching her just fly in football.
I do, and it's finals on Sunday.
Oh,
so
who are we going for?
Brumbies, Baldivis Brumbies.
Okay.
Versus North Mandurah.
Okay. And where do people go? What time?
It's at Peel Thunder Rooms at 10:30 in Dower Street.
Do you know what else is at Peel Thunder?
Oh, the Oktoberfest, yes.
Have you seen information about this, Teresa?
On the website, I have, yeah. On Peel Thunder. I used to be a member many years ago, and Street Hustle are organising it, aren't they?
You know me. Always spruiking Street Hustle. We're going to go back to a little bit of music. Thank you so much for joining us, Teresa. Wishing you the best of luck with everything you do, but I'll be following you. I'm pretty close.